Hello, art students. So we are ready to start the final stages of creating our comic book strip. I'm going to tilt you down and we're going to get started right away. So you are going to want to make sure, too far down. You are going to want to make sure that you have this sheet. What I'm doing right now is step 4, and I'm going to be sharing with you how to complete 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so how are comic book strips made? So step 5 is what I'm showing you right now, which is you will get a white sheet of paper, just a plain white sheet of paper. And on that plain white sheet of paper, you are going to write whatever your comic strip is about at the top. You then are going to write some elements that you want to make sure show up in your comic book. Once you've done that, you are then going to start making sketches and figuring out how am I going to take all these words and edit it into something that can be shown in a few pictures with even fewer words. And so you really do have to start thinking creatively about how you're going to take these words and have that displayed in picture form rather than in word form. Once you've completed this element, you are ready to move on. You will bring your plans to Miss Russ and she will sign off that you have completed step 5. She then will give you the supplies that you need for step 6. Right now you'll see that this says blue. Please cross that off and write the word yellow. Miss Russ will be giving you 2 sheets options. You're going to pick which works best. Now you're going to notice Miss Russ did not give you those sheet options on this page. That's because it's easier to edit your thoughts. So allow these boxes to be any size, and then you can think through, man, how am I going to edit that to fit into one of these options? Which one works best for me? Once you've decided which works best for you, and you have your yellow color pencil, you are going to go in and you are going to start creating your comic book strip. You're not going to worry too much about where the words go, but you do want to kind of think about where the words are going to go. As you draw, you can erase, but you're not going to be overly worried about mistakes or perfection. Look, right there, Miss Russ has a whole line that she let goobered and she just left it. Oops, right there. Why? Because when we photocopy this, which let me show you an example. So this was my test page, so I did a whole bunch of colors because it used to be on Miss Russ's older copier, blue didn't show up, but on ours, it turns out yellow doesn't show up. See how on the copy, you can see all the Sharpie great, but you can't see those yellow X's. So no one is going to see any of the work that you do in yellow. Once you've completed all of your yellow work, you are then done with step 6. You're going to bring this to Miss Russ and she will sign off that step 6 is done. You will then be given your Sharpie, your speech bubbles, or if you like, you can type it out. And this is kind of my preference, is to type it out because I hate writing things in Sharpie and trying to get all the words to fit in a bubble. That's a pain. So I will tell you, I think that font like 8 is probably the best one. You see I've written the font sizes up there. And then the way I keep the words condensed is I go to Google Docs and I insert a table into Word, or Docs, sorry, and then I just type it out. And then I pick a font size, and then I can actually click on these and move these so that they are the size. This is the size I want for my sheet. Okay, once I've done my speech bubbles and my words, I'm with my Sharpie going to start going over all of my lines that I want to keep, because remember, none of that yellow will show up. I also at this time would be writing in or pasting in any of the words that I put together. One last little tip I'll give you is that comics are not like regular art drawing. They're intended to be funky and goofy and weird. So if I was really drawing something out, and this is actual artwork on a large sheet of paper, I wouldn't be comfortable with my hands looking like that. But in a comic book, it's really about creating the essence of the hand. And so I don't have to worry about things being just right. I have to worry that they get the idea across. You get the idea that those are hands reaching for a computer, and so I don't need to worry about whether those are perfectly drawn or not, or if my characters are completely realistic. Okay, with that, you would have a done comic strip ready for photographing. So, don't forget that this was step 4, and my little test to see if you watched the whole video is you right now need to come up to Miss Russ and ask for step 4 to be signed. If you don't, then I know you don't have all the information you need to successfully learn, and I'm going to have you sit with me for the rest of class so that I can help you stay focused on all of the directions. Happy art making! Bye!